It's not a cartoon. It's anime. How would you rank these super movies from best to worst?
How many? We're looking at 4, I think.
So we're looking
Yeah.
at Broly. We're looking at superhero, superhero. We're looking at Battle of Gods, and we're looking at Resurrection of F.
Resurrection F, fucking fire. Battle of the Gods. I'll give that a number 2 because I think that was our introduction to.
So you're going
Beerus.
from best to worst. You're going Resurrection of X first.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Resurrection of F, Battle of the Gods. Then I'm going Broly. Then I'm going superhero.
Last.
Yeah, superhero was great, but it was like, listen, man, I love Vegeta.
Yeah.
And I need more cowbell. I didn't get no Vegeta in this, man.
more cowbell.
More cowbell. You guys have chosen for a feeding. It needs more cowbell.
All right. What you got, Rob?
I think it's like, I don't want to say like I'm completely flipping, but I might be completely flipping your order. This one might be my favorite because
Gohan.
I'm just a Gohan guy.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
You fuck. It's so easy. Juggle your balls, Rob.
But I'm just
saying. All they need to do is juggle your little balls, and now you're back.
From outer space.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But also on top of that, like I feel like as a movie, this was the best constructed out of all those. Whereas a lot of the other 3, while enjoyable, I'll say this, especially because my number 2 is the Broly movie.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And while I think the Broly movie probably has the best action out of
a
all
lot
of
of great action in that.
Yeah.
a lot of great action. I just felt like the story was like they kind of front load it, and then it's just like 40 minutes of fighting towards the end, which is fine. But as far as like an arc and a story of what these people are doing, it didn't really grow the characters at all. So for that, I'm just like, that was a cool movie. I'd probably throw it on in the background, but I wouldn't necessarily be like, that was a good movie, if that makes sense.
You know what? I'll flip mine to superhero being 3 and Broly being 4 for that reason.
Wow. All right. I respect it. I would probably put Resurrection of F as 3rd and then Battle of the Gods last.
Okay.
Why Battle of the Gods last?
If only because it felt the most inconsequential. Like when you take a look at everything that happened.
Like an exhibition.
Yeah. Like it introduced Beerus. Other than that, it's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
Red gets done away with almost immediately.
Yeah.
The red form gets pretty much thrown over their shoulder. You get the fact that like, okay, Pan exists. Pan is now canonized after being, thrown out with the GT stuff.
Yeah.
But
she was older in GT, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was probably older than this too. She's probably like 10.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there wasn't a whole lot of meat in there. And at the end, and it all kind of just goes like, well, all right, you guys are cool. Like I'm not actually there. It didn't feel like there were actual stakes. You know what I mean?
Resurrection F was fucking fire. Battle of the Gods, then superhero, then Broly. Broly felt so. We need another character. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Instead of the Beerus thing, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Keyback.
Fuck what y'all talking about. Broly first, Super Broly's verse. I thought because me personally, I enjoyed the story of introducing because I don't think it was necessarily about Vegeta and Goku and them even growing as characters. I think you introduced Broly from what we known as just an absolute psychotic maniac from the original Broly. And you made him a different person. Now he still goes crazy in a sense from his power.
Yeah.
But like he's essentially a whole different character. And they had to reintroduce it. And I think they did a good job. I think they did a really good job. And
that's what I love about the video game. To interrupt you, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, they give you old Broly and new Broly.
I respect that.
Keep going.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, even when I go back and rewatch clips and rewatch the most stuff, and and Rob knows this for me, I'm an action guy. So I'm sure he knew I was going to go Super Broly first because
I did.
I'm a super action heavy guy. But I also felt like it gave me enough story to where it just wasn't all action. Now on the back end of the movie, it didn't really give a whole bunch of story, but it's just like, you gave me enough up front, so I didn't need any more story. This is who he is. He wants some revenge. Let's get busy at this point. We know who the fuck he is. I would go Resurrection of F second.
Why?
I actually had it lower earlier in my head. Because I was just like, it felt like it was boring, but then I went back and kind of like rewatched some clips of it. I was like, wait a second. Even when Gohan kind of got a little bit busy. He fought the guys, and then he had to power up, and then to get Vegeta and them to get there. Vegeta came through, smoked out Captain Ginyu. You know what I'm saying, at the beginning, and pretty much was like, "Yo, You know, we got a chance to get introduced to Frieza's new form just because he trained for 6 days or whatever the fuck it was, 6 months. I don't know what it was.
Right.
We got a new form of him. I always hate that they had to rewind, you know, Vegeta killing Frieza. But I love the fact that he did at least get to see. We got to at least get to see that moment. We got a chance to see him literally work Frieza's ass over.
Yeah. Pause. And
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, pause, pause, whatever, right? But he literally fucked him up so bad. We're just like, yo, I'm not playing with you. You're like, he's like, I'm the Prince of Saiyans. It's like, yo, I would never join you. I don't join people I'm stronger than. And he literally fucks Frieza up in like 4 minutes. And Frieza's like, oh, I'm gonna blow the heart from shit, and it's and then it was over. But and like I said, besides the rewind was just bogus. But it's like I would put that still over Battle of Gods. This movie right here, I will put it next. I will put it third. But it was hella fan service.
It was. That's what you want.
Yeah.
I want some fan service, but I want some originality too.
You gotta understand, Kenan. I hear you, and this is your list. But with a list like this, man, you have to give fans something. It's like a relationship where somebody's been getting their fucking ass whooped.
So the fan service of Gohan. Here's the thing. I felt like I guess I want to say into my overall whatever.
Gohan fans, Piccolo fans were serviced in this movie.
Look, so I
Vegeta fans.
I think we could have did without 7, and I'll get to my what's it called. I'll get to that at my ender moment. But okay. I don't mind some fan service. Like I said, I actually enjoy some fan service, but everything about this was fan service. There was nothing not fan service about this movie.
Hey man, give me the camera real quick. Give me my own camera. Which one is it? This one?
That one right there.
I love my fans being serviced.
You made them switch the camera for a 3-second wink.
Hey. You can use it for the, when you cut it. I don't know. That's the one. That's the one that you want when you're posting about it.
So I will put this. I guess I will put this third though. Still, this superhero movie, and then I will put Battle. Like I said, I'm with you. Like Battle of Gods did nothing for me.
But
the fight with him and Beerus was kind of dope towards the end. But everything else in that movie, I gave 0 fucks. Her
you're
party.
Only thinking about everything after. It's like this. The way y'all are ranking these lists, and this is why I tried not to, y'all are thinking about Back to the Future 1. You're assessing Back to the Future 1 after having seen 3, compared to 2 and 3 don't exist yet.
If that was the thing, I think we would put this movie. He had this movie first because of Gohan, but I think I would have this movie first too, or I would have it at least first or second. I don't have this movie first or second. To me, I'm like Battle of Gods. A lot of stuff, like he said, I agree with Robert. A lot of stuff doesn't mean anything now.
Right.
You got forms gone. You have, I would say, an hour of that movie meant shit to us. It literally meant nothing. It was just a lot of talking. You were introducing Beerus a little bit, but it's just like, yo. And then the strongest part of that movie was like the last 10 minutes or so, or 15 minutes of the action. Besides that
and there were no stakes.
That movie to me was just like, I was watching. I remember when I first saw it, I was just like, this isn't that good.
I'll understand that logic then.
I was like, this isn't that good. I never loved that movie. I was just like, the fight was kind of cool because it's animated though. I was like, we didn't.
In my defense, I watched that and Resurrection of F back to back because I was so far after they came out.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is good. So for me, it was like a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Like I was like, oh, look at this Battle of the Gods. Okay,
and then
Resurrection F. This is going into like.
And then recent Frieza. I mean, recent Beerus were not major players in Resurrection of F, but they were in there and they had moments where they were kind of being funny. So it was like it kind of goes together a little bit in there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it would. Who you think has the best order out of all of us? And also too in the comment section, what would be your order of the of these super movies? How would you put them? So
a little Robin down.
A little Robin.
We are the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world.